You're listening to Radio Life and Style 88.0 FM. That was, of course, Queen and It's a Kind of Magic, giving you a little bit of a hint of who my special guest is today. Thank you very much for joining me in studio. It's Stephen Cloete, everybody.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah. How's it going?
It is going so well, and thank you very much for the invite.
I'm so happy to have you here. Now, if anyone who's listening is going, I've heard that name before. Who is that? Let me just try and figure it out. Stephen Cloete, who are you?
Well, some people say it's Mr. Stephen Cloete, which is
Mr.
MSC. And if you put those together, I'm actually cruise director for MSC Cruise Line.
Yes, you are. Oh, my goodness. And you've just told me how long you've been cruising, and I nearly fell off the chair. So, please, break it to me again.
This next season is going to be my 17th year at sea.
17th year. Oh, my goodness. So, if you think about how many people you have met in your 17 years of cruising, can you even comprehend that?
Oh, gosh. Danielle, I did at some stage start putting the stats together.
Mm-hmm.
It was like visiting 66 countries, working on 12 different cruise ships. I stopped counting at 500 cruises, and I stopped counting once we hit the 1 million passenger mark.
Oh my goodness, you might have the best job in the whole world. Everyone must tell you that every day, like, oh, you've got the best job, but you have got a very difficult job. It's very hard.
It's quite tricky. You know, I'm managing a huge number of entertainment staff on board the cruise ships. We're dealing with nearly 4,000 passengers a week.
Wow.
It has challenges.
Just a few challenges here and there. And not only are you just the cruise director, you are an amazing magician. You're an amazing entertainer, an amazing hypnotist. You've got a lot of strings to your violin, should I say.
It sounds like you're applying for my agent. I've been doing entertainment for a long, long time, long before cruise ships, actually. And I started on cruise ships performing as a solo headline act, and did that for a few years. And eventually it led into being in charge of the entertainment product or production manager. And then the entire entertainment team, which includes the musicians, the hosts and hostesses that run the games, the bingo and all that sort of stuff. So currently I have a staff of about 70 people that
oh my goodness,
help me entertain our passengers.
Let me entertain you. But we're not just talking cruise ships and showbiz today, because you have got a brand new book out.
Yes.
And
yes,
that is what we're talking about today. But we're going to get into that, and you can stand a chance to win one of 3 signed copies, so keep listening to the show. But in the meantime, I think it's only appropriate that I play Cliff Richard's Summer Holiday.
Here we go.
Mr. Stephen Cloete, are you okay with that song?
I am so good with that song.
We are going to play the song for you, and we're back with Mr. Stephen Cloete after this. It's Radio Life and Style. You're tuned into Radio Life and Style 88.0 FM. That is Katrina and the Waves and Walking on Sunshine. My name is Danielle Fisher, and I'm walking on sunshine because I've got a very special guest in studio with me. It's the one and only Mr. Stephen Cloete. Hello, my friend.
Well, hello.
Hello, and we're talking all things scammed.
That's quite right.
Now, you have written a book. And do you want to maybe tell me what inspired you to write the book, and what is it all about? That's a big question.
It's a big question. It's about scams and fraud and hoaxes and cons. As I mentioned earlier on, I'm a magician, and I started performing on ships as a magician. Mm-hmm. A lot of experience. Literally, I started interested in magic at the age of 7. I've been the apprentice of a number of well-known magicians in South Africa, and belong to a lot of magical societies, and I've been training all my life to become a magical performer. And what I started to notice was, as I encountered scams, I picked up a similarity between the techniques that magicians use to entertain people, and those same techniques are used by the scam artists, because it's all about misdirection, it's about deceit, it's about dishonesty, it's about understanding the psychology of people, and magicians need to know this in order to fool them, but for entertainment purposes.
Okay.
So, for example, if I say, look, I've got nothing in my hand, maybe I'm actually hiding something because I'm a very skilled sleight of hand manipulator. Mm-hmm. And a scam artist also will lie blatantly to your face, but this time not to entertain you, but to actually scam you. And once I put this together, that scams and magic have so much in common, I decided that using my expertise as a magician, I wanted to educate people on how these scams work. Because if you understand how a scam works, then it's over. You know, if you're looking at a magic show and you see a woman being cut in half or somebody floating off the stage, it looks incredible and nobody knows how it works.
But once you understand the trick,
there we go. Once you learn the secret,
yes,
it's gone completely.
Okay.
And it's the same with a scam. Once you learn how a scam works, it's over. It's game over for the scam artists. They can never scam you again because you understand how it works.
I see where you're going with this.
So that's the whole purpose of writing the book. I just wanted to help people prevent losing money, prevent having their computers hacked into, the whole range of scams out there. And so this is the latest edition of my book. It was released this month, and it's doing
still
really
brand
well.
new.
It is brand new. Look, smell that.
I can smell it.
There's nothing like that fresh book
Now,
smell.
we're going to, in the next break, we're going to talk about a few of the scams that we were talking about earlier off air.
Yeah.
And but before we do, I've got to ask you, are you superstitious?
I believe it's bad luck to be superstitious.
Really? On that note, here is Stevie Wonder and it's Superstition. It's Radio Life and Style. It's Radio Life and Style, Donna Summer, and she works hard for her money. True story. I'm joined in studio by Mr. Stephen Cloete. Now, we all work hard for our money, and we don't want to get scammed. And your new book, Scammed, is exactly what that's all about. And what we're talking about is how do you keep up with all the scams that are going on all over the place? Because there's too many. And I'm getting scared now. So can you shed a little light on that for us?
Scams and crime have changed so much in the last few years. I mean, if you think about 20 years ago, you asked the average South African to describe the average crime. It was that your back window in the car got broken into and somebody stole your car stereo. That doesn't happen anymore. We got alarms. We got alarm systems. There's technology to protect us. And with that technology, the criminals are also keeping up to date. And it's exactly the same thing with scams. The minute you sort of thwart one scam, another scam comes to the fore. So it's very difficult to keep up. The book itself deals with scams in general. How to scam proof your life, the psychology behind the scams, why people fall for it. People say, it's because you're stupid, you've got no common sense. That's just not true. I mean, because if you're watching a magic show and you've got no idea how Dynamo walked on the River Thames, it doesn't mean that you're stupid. It just means you don't know the secret behind the illusion.
Yes.
And it's the same thing with scams. People that get scammed aren't stupid. It's just because they just don't know. And it is difficult to keep up. And that's why, actually, I have a Facebook page. I'm constantly writing new articles about the scams that are affecting South Africans right now. I have a YouTube channel. You can go look at videos on how to tighten up your social media.
Yeah, can you maybe go into that a little bit more? Like you said you did a video about how to protect your social media. Maybe a few little hints and tips or should I just go watch the video?
You should watch the video. It's really going to be the best 15-minute investment in scam proofing your computer. We are so easily scammed by people contacting us and say, I want to be your friend. And what we don't often realize is that some of these friend requests from people that we don't really know
or don't know at all
are actually criminals. Or we like and share everything that comes our way. There's a cute puppy, let's like and share it. Or there's a like and share if you want to support cancer or animal abuse or whatever. And we do this, but people don't realize that there's very often criminals are behind this, and they're building up huge databases of information of people. And once you like and share something to a particular group, then the cyber criminal behind it can actually get into your Facebook account. So these videos and these articles will actually help you block that from happening. They'll explain exactly what things like clickbaiting are, how easy it is to hack your Facebook password.
Oh my gosh.
Facebook passwords are just so easy to hack, and the video will show you how easy it is and how to stop people from doing it.
So what is the biggest scam that's happening at this very moment?
There's a few, but I would say the most prolific scam right now is affecting about 20,000 people as we speak. And they do not know that they are involved in the scam. And statistics are that somebody that every listener knows is involved or has been offered this potential scam. But I'll tell you what, Danielle, why don't we make this the competition question?
Okay, so we're giving away 3 of Stephen Cloete's books, Scammed, 3 signed copies. So this is the question.
Yeah.
Okay, Stephen, shoot.
Well, I write a lot of articles, and from my Facebook page, Scammed, I've posted one onto your Facebook page,
which is the After Lunch Crunch with Danielle Fisher,
with the amazing Danielle Fisher.
Oh, Stephen Cloete.
And there's an article about the most prolific scam on the internet right now. I invite your listeners to go read it and share it, because knowledge is power. If people understand how scams work, you cannot be scammed. And if they, I guess, inbox you.
Yes, just inbox me the answer, and the first 3 people will win one of Stephen's signed copies of his new book, Scammed. And for anyone who's wanting to get hold of you, Stephen, how can they do that?
Again, through my Facebook page. You're welcome. It's Scammed, SCAMMED. Just do a search on Facebook and you can send messages there. Otherwise, my YouTube channel, it's again Scammed, SCAMMED. Just do a search for it with lots and lots of information, and particularly the articles on Facebook. Literally every couple of days, writing up a new article to help people scam-proof their life.
Well, thank you so much for joining me, Stephen Cloete, and I hope that when you are back in this area, we can do one of these little interviews again.
Oh, I look forward to it. And don't forget, go and get a copy of this book.
Go and get everyone. You don't want to be scammed.
All the leading bookstores, it's available there. And online, the publishers, Map Studio in Cape Town, they have an amazing online section where you can actually order it. It gets delivered right to your doorstep.
Thank you so much. This is Stephen Cloete. You're listening to Radio Life and Style.